Hi everybody. Today we're doing some math from BJU Press Pre-Algebras section 5.3. It's titled Quotients and Roots. You can see listed at the top the numbers that we'll be doing today, numbers 1 through 11 odd, 19 to 29 odd, and 37 to 41 odd. All right, numbers 1 through 11. So evaluate, we're on page 232. It says evaluate each quotient. So number 1, we've got 1/2 divided by 2/3. When you are dividing, we actually never divide a fraction. Instead, we're always going to multiply by the reciprocal. So you keep the original fraction out front the same. You're going to say instead of division, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the following fraction, which is 3/2. Now we're doing multiplication like we just did all throughout the last section, where we multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominators. Number 3. -1/4 divided by 5/8. Okay, so you keep the first fraction as it is. Instead of dividing by 5/8, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal 8/5. This time I see some canceling that can be done, so I can divide the 4 by 4 and I can divide the 8 by 4. Nothing else cancels, so I'm going to keep that negative. 1 times 2 is in my numerator, that gets me 2. 1 times 5 is in my denominator, that gets me 5. So -2/5. Number 5, we have 5 divided by -1/4. Okay, so the first thing is a whole number. I'm going to put it over 1. I also kept it as 5, right? We don't do the reciprocal of the first one. We always do it of the one after the division sign. So we're going to do 5. Instead of dividing by -1/4, we're going to multiply it by the reciprocal, which is -4. I mean, you can put the over 1 there if you really need to see it. It does help since we already put the 5 over 1, not knowing that this was going to happen. But either way, we're going to multiply the numerators. That gets me -20. Multiply the denominators would get me 1. I'm just not going to write it over 1. Number 7, we have 8 1/3 divided by 25. Okay, so I'm going to take this first one and make it into an improper fraction. So that's going to get me 25 over 3 divided by 25. Okay, so I just rewrote. Now I'm going to look at it and say, hey, I don't want to divide. I'm not dividing. Instead, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to keep the first fraction, but I'm going to multiply by 1/25. I see these 25s will cancel each other. That leaves me with 1/3. Number 9, 3 2/3 divided by 1 1/2. So let's make these into improper fractions. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. 11/2 times 3/2. Oh, I made the most common error that kids do. I went and I changed the division right away. We can't change the division during this step when you're creating improper fractions. So it stays division, and this is 3/2. We change to multiplications in the following step. So keep the original first 11/2. Instead of dividing by 3/2, we're now multiplying by the reciprocal 2/3. Cancel. Multiply my numerators, I get 11. My denominators, I get 3. Let me see. Did I miss something up here, number 9? Because that does not answer my book here. It does not match my book. So we had, oh, I see. Did you guys see? I see. All right, let me go back here. I did 11 halves. When I made my mixed number 3 2/3, I made it 11 halves. That was incorrect. It should be 11 thirds divided by 3 halves, which is going to be 11 thirds times the reciprocal 2/3. Nothing cancels this time. That leaves me with 22 ninths. Okay, number 11. Number 11 is 6 7/8 divided by negative 1 5/6. So let's do improper fractions first. So 48, we're going to end up with 55 over 8 divided by negative 11 over 6. Now we're going to say, all right, keep the original first fraction, but multiply by the reciprocal. Oh, that's not the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal, which would be 6/11. Okay, if there's any canceling that can happen here, we got 11 divided by 11 is 1, and 55 divided by 11 is 5. We also have 6 and 8. They both cancel by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is going to get us negative 15 over 4. Okay. Next one. What were the rest of my problems? Oh, I wrote them at the top. So 1 through 11 odd and 19 to 29 odd next. Number 19. Evaluate each quotient. So we're going to do 47.2 divided by 8. All right, let's set this up. 47.2, divide that by 8. 8 does not go into 4. It does go into 47 5 times. That gets me 40. Subtract, bring down. Also, I'm going to put my decimal up here. So I have 8 into 72. That's 9. Multiply, subtract. So we get 5.9. Number 21. 16.32 divided by 17. Okay, so we're going to do 16.32, divide that by 17. 17 does not go into 16, but it does go into 163. That's 9 times. We get 153. Subtract, we get 10. Bring down a 2. 17 goes into 102 6 times. Multiply, we're going to get 102. And we're done there. Number 23. 76.2 divided by 0.06. Okay. 76.2 divided by 0.06. Move the decimal over. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, so my decimal place is going to be all the way over here. I'm going to bring it up. All right, so we're doing 6 into 7. That's 1. 6. Bring down, subtract. We got a 1, bring down a 6. 6 goes into 16 2 times. That's 12. Subtract, get 4. Bring down a 2. 6 goes into 42 7 times. That's 42. We get 0. Just be really careful here because you had this extra 0 that must be brought down because it's before the decimal point, which means you've got another 0 that has to go in here. It's a placeholder. Very important that you didn't miss that one. So the answer is 1,270. Number 25. We have negative 21.42 divided by negative 0.63. Okay, so I'm just making a mental note. I have two negative numbers that I'm dividing, which means I'm going to forget about those because my answer is going to end up being positive anyway. So then I have 21.42 divided by 0.63. So we need to move the decimal right off the bat. And then I'm going to bring it up so that it doesn't get lost, just in case we have any extra zeros that showed up like last time. So number 25. Okay, so we've got 63 does not go into 2, doesn't go into 21. It does go into 214 3 times. That multiplies to be 189. And when we subtract, we get 25, bring down that 2. 63 goes into 252 4 times, multiplies to 252. We get 34. All right, number 27. Evaluate each quotient to the nearest hundredth. So we have 0.032 divided by 0.07. Let's set it up. So 0.032 divides by 0.07. I need to move 2 decimal places. My decimal place is going to be right here. All right, we're evaluating to the nearest hundredth. That's the second decimal place over. That means we have to at least go to the third decimal place over so that we can then round it to the hundredth place. So that's where we're headed. Okay, so 7 does not go into 3, but it does go into 32. 4 times gives me 28. Subtract, get 4, bring down a 0. 7 goes into 40 5 times. That's 35. Subtract, bring down another 0. And 7 goes into 50 7 times. That's 49. Subtract. Okay, I'm going to probably keep going a little while with that. But luckily, the directions, if you remember, said to round to the nearest hundredth. So that's why I was saying if we get 3 decimal places, then we can look at this 7. The 7 is going to tell us what to do with the 5 when we're rounding. The 5 is the one in the hundredth spot. So it's greater than 5. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 means we're going to round up. So we're rounding that 5 up to 6, and our answer is 0.46. Number 29. We have 13.9 divided by negative 0.8. All right, so we've got 13.9 divided by 0.8. My answer is going to end up being negative. Move my decimal over, bring it up. Okay, so 8 goes into 13 one time. Bring down a 9. 8 goes into 56 7 times. 59 7 times and gets us 56. Then we're going to bring down a 0. 8 goes into 30 3 times. 24. That's me 60. 8 goes into 67 times. 56. That gets me 40, which goes in 5. And I'm done. That's exactly the amount of places I needed in order to round it to the nearest hundredth. So this is a 5, which means it's going to round that 7 up. So 17.38. Oh, I forgot my negative. Negative. All right. Next is 37 to 41 odd. Number 37. Evaluate each expression. So we've got 2/3 divided by 5/6 divided by 1/5. All right. So let's start inside the parentheses. Keep the 2/3, multiply by the reciprocal. So inside the parentheses here, I can cancel, and I multiply my numerators to get 4, my denominators to get 5, and I'm still dividing by the 1/5. Except I'm not going to divide by 1/5. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, and I'm going to cancel and end up with 4. Number 39 is -3/4 divided by 1/2 divided by 1/4. All right, so let's do -3/4 divided by, and see what happens inside here. We're going to keep the 1/2. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal, cancel. Let's rewrite. Okay, and then that's going to get me a 2. Okay, let's keep -3/4, multiply by the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2, which is -3/8. I keep forgetting my memory is short. Do I have to do 41? Yes. Okay, so number 41, last one. A real estate developer purchased a 52.5 acre plot of land. How many 2/5 acre residential lots can he develop on the property? So he's taking a 52.5 acre plot, and they want to know how many 2/5 acre lots can there be. So you're dividing it into 2/5 acre lots. So here's our problem. Let's do, we need to create an improper fraction. So 52 times 2 plus 1 is 105 over 2 divided by 2/5. But now I need to take my 105 over 2 and multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5/2. And that's going to get me 525 over 4. This doesn't make so much sense, so oftentimes we leave these as improper fractions, but when you're doing a real world problem, it doesn't so much make sense to leave it like that. So what we'll do is just divide it, make it a mixed number, which is 131 and 1/4. So that gives us an idea. It's going to be 131 lots is what this will be split into. All right, thanks guys. We'll do the next half coming up.